Alright guys, so we got this excursion in I believe I have enough battery for it, so I'm not sure, but this one is just crank. They say just crank, no start. You hear that? So I'm gonna start the doing diagnostics. I'm gonna show you the way I diagnostic something like this. So first step is gonna be I'm gonna check fuel to make sure. So let's go to the front and I'll show you what exactly I'm gonna do. All right guys, so first thing I'm gonna do in this 5.4 liters, I'm gonna check the fuel, and that's the fuel nipple over there with the, when we can check the fuel pressure. I'm glad that we got that right there, so we don't have too many connections to get the fuel pressure reading. So I'm gonna hook my fuel pressure right there, and this is my fuel pressure right here. I got it from Amazon. That's the brand on it, just in case you need it, you want it. So I'm gonna get the let me see, I'm gonna get some of the equipment that I need for it, and then I need to find the one of the nip. It's gotta be one of these ones. I think it's the small one that I needed for it. So let me go up there now. All right guys, so I got my fuel gauge over here. I'm gonna leave it right here, and I'm going to open the switch a couple times, and we're gonna see if any fuel pressure come up. Okay, so let me stop this too. If you see like that there is no fuel pressure coming up, so next step what I'm gonna do is just in case you don't have no fuel pressure, I mean I can tell that, I just barely started recording it, so I just like to start with a fuel system first, just to make sure, because the way it sounds. So now I'm gonna get the one of the hose, so I'm gonna put some fuel in on the throat body and see if that make it start it for a little bit and then shut off. So that should be the next step on it. Trying to do it from here now. I forgot I don't got the sockets right now, but I'm gonna just remove this one right here. See if I can get it out. Okay, I'm gonna do right here. That should be enough fuel in there, because we don't have fuel, and I'm not sure if we don't have a spark. So I'm gonna try it again. All right, so now we're gonna check for spark, because I believe there is no spark for sure. So now this is when it turns different ways. If we got no spark, we got no fuel, I'm gonna hook the little tool on the injector so to check the pulse. But this is I'm believing the way that I'm seeing it, it's go to the crankshaft sensor, because I already put fuel in there. If we got a spark, so that thing should crank right away. Even if it's low compression on one cylinder or whatever, it should cranks. It should start and then miss it up and start misfiring or something, but it's not doing nothing. So at this point, I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna bring the I'm gonna do the two things at the same time. I'm gonna get the one of the I'm gonna check the pulse on the injectors, and I'm gonna check for a spark. Let me go get the tools. All right guys, so I got a extra ignition coil for this 5.4 and an extra spark plug. So I just connect the ignition coil right there to the number one, I believe, I can remember, or two, but whatever I got on this one. And now I got the ground. I hooked the ground to the spark plug and then to the battery. Okay, so I'm gonna try to crank and see if we've got a spark right there. It should make a spark if the ignition system is working fine. I don't know if you noticed, but we got a spark on this thing. So I'm gonna make sure now that there is no fuel. I mean, if exactly there's no fuel, or the gauge is not sitting all the way, you know, for the fuel pressure. All right, guys, so what I did, I put enough fuel in the throat body right now and see if that make it work. Alright guys, so you hear I put too much fuel probably on it. So now we know that that is fuel related. First time probably the gauge it was not sitting all the way. That's why we have no fuel on the fuel gauge. That's why there's no fuel pressure moving on this one. So at this point we just now make sure we have power to the fuel pump. We're gonna start. I'm gonna check the diagram and see where exactly it goes. It can be a fuse, it can be a relay, or it can be the fuel pump. But I'm gonna start with the basic things first at the fuse box and check where exactly it takes us. It takes this diagnostic. But I'm believing it's gonna be the fuel pump because the mileage and probably is gonna be the original one. So it's a fuel related problem. And now we're gonna check fuses and then the power. If the fuse and relays are okay, so we're gonna check the power all the way down to the end of the fuel pump harness. So let's get the wiring and go for it. All right guys, so if you see on the diagram over here in the corner, it shows the a fuse 20. It should be the power for the fuel pump, and I already look at the diagram in this thing. So this is the way to go. So looking at the 120, 112 is this one right here. Okay, that one right there. And the way we see it's gonna be like this, from like this way. So take a look at the things right there. It means this one is the one that take the power, it get power to the fuel pump. But this one is already checking it's good. So that's the fuel fuel pump fuse right there, and it's okay. So now, I mean, I don't think the relay is bad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go straight. I mean, this is because that's the way I want to do it. But I can check the relay, just swap it up, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and go straight to the fuel pump wiring and check the power over there. Okay, let me do that. All right guys, so I'm behind over here, but the axle on the driver's side, you know, but the axle wheel right on the right here on the frame. I see enough room to pull up the wiring over here, and then I know this wiring goes to the fuel pump because it goes right down there, you know, and then the fuel tank is behind of the differential. So there's gonna be the wire that I need to check and then if you see the diagram picture over here, it shows the pink black is the one we need. So I got it right here. Now I'm gonna hook my Power Pro over here to I'm gonna just squeeze my I don't have the other lead over here, so I'm gonna just get this in here, you know, and I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna open the ignition switch and check if we got power on this one. If we got power, so we know for sure the fuel pump, it's the one that's messed up, and then we have to drop the tank and figure it out to get the pump to get it replaced. So let me connect my lead right here and then open the ignition switch, and we will see if we got power or not. All right guys, so I'm gonna put the like a little needle over here on the wiring. Okay, I got him in there. I'm gonna hook my Power Pro in there, and let me see if I can make it with this one, or I gotta go on this one, I think. Yeah. Let me go over here. This one. I'm gonna hook this right here. Okay, so now I can hook my other lead over here. This one and this one right here. Okay. Now, okay, I don't know if you're hearing that noise. I'm gonna try to bring my power probe here so we can see exactly if we get in power or not. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it right there, and I hope we can see right there. Let me go and open the ignition switch. All right, guys, so if you see it, it has a 12 volt, so we got power to the fuel pump. And now what I'm gonna do, because I got the power probe here, I'm gonna provide power, you know, with the power probe. And then if the fuel pump is working, I mean, I did the ignition switch try, so you know that we have power for the ignition switch through over here. So the whole circuit from here to back there, it's working fine, so we don't have to worry about the wiring or a short somewhere. So now I'm gonna put power on this wire, and the fuel pump should kick in if it is working, but I don't think, because it's not making noise. So I'm gonna try to see. Let's do it. You see, it's not making noise, so it's definitely the fuel pump, it's gone. So we're gonna drop the fuel pump, and we're gonna do another test at the fuel pump. Just put power straight to it just to make sure, but I believe it's gonna be the fuel pump. The other thing, I believe if you kick the fuel tank a couple times harder, so that thing should come off, I think, but I don't want to do that because I already know the fuel pump, it's bad. I'm gonna drop it off and then see what exactly is going on. All right, guys, so I got the jack on the fuel tank. If you see this fuel tank has like a case over here, so as soon as you remove the bulb for this case, the whole thing should drop. So first thing will be to let me get it here, but the hinge over here, you're gonna have to remove this one right here, and I believe it's like a 18 or 19, I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna tell you in a minute. This one, and there is two more right here. Let me get on by the differential side. See, there is two right there, so we have to remove those bolts, and then I place the jack under the fuel tank, especially if it is full. Like this one is like a 3/4, so it's gonna be heavy. Let me get these things out and get the size of the socket goes in there, and I'll let you know. All right, guys, so sorry about the noise. I'm just gonna show there is someone else working over there, so we're just gonna get this right here. We're gonna use 18 millimeters. That's the first two. Let me bring the camera to the other side. All right, let's get the other two. We got all four out. Now let's go to the where the hoses goes. All right, guys, so I hope you can see where the hoses goes. Let me, right there. So we're gonna get those with the flat head, and this is how it looks right here. So I'm gonna go right here, loosen it up. That should be enough on that one. off. Now I'm gonna use a long flat head to push the hoses back and see how it goes. All right, guys. So what I'm doing here is try to make it room. You know, the hose, so I can open it up a little bit and then I can push it back. Same thing on the big one. Just make sure don't break the. Okay. I'm gonna start dropping off the tank and see if that make it work. Now it should push it down. Alright, that should be enough, I think. Alright, so I dropped the tank in off. And what we gotta do is just push the hoses back. You shake them a little bit, and then same thing with the other one. See, it's already out. Okay, so now we're just gonna keep dropping the fuel tank. It's heavy, this thing. It's full of fuel, so. Alright, so we dropped the tank. Now I'm gonna get the jack out of the way, and then so we can drop a little bit more. Okay, so now we have to move this sideways. I'm gonna twist a little bit on this thing, okay? So that should be enough, I think. Yeah. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, I don't know if you can see the hoses right there and everything. So I'm gonna unplug the fuel lines in the what it calls, in that hose right there, that one right there. I'm gonna unplug that one so I can release the whole thing. And the connector of the fuel pump you see over there. So I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get all this stuff out of the way. One thing is, if you pay attention, I haven't lifted the truck. It's still on the trailer, so. See, it's still on the trailer, so I probably need to lift it up a little bit so I can work on it, so I can get access to the fuel pump. But I'm gonna get the stand and go for it. All right, guys, so I'm gonna remove the connector up there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me lift it up a little bit. It's hanging right here. So I'm gonna get this connector out. Let's see if I can catch it. Okay, so we're just gonna pull this thing out. All right. Now what we're gonna do right here, it's gonna be, I'm gonna push this out. Let me see if I can make it, this thing goes out. Okay, so we can just push this back. I'm gonna get this connected because it's all the way twisted over here. Okay, so I'm gonna get this other one out of the way too, this one right here. We just have to push it back and then this thing should come off. Let me get the flat head. Okay. So we just move this back and then now I can get out connected out of the way. Right there. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is let me move this out of the way. I know it's dusty, but I have not. I just can clean a little bit and blow with the mouth, with my mouth, because I don't have anything right away to blow. So I just gonna do that way. Now to get this cap off, I mean it's gonna be kind of tight. And then one thing that I recommend, it's like we don't know exactly what that, so we're just gonna make a mark like right here. So I just had an idea how where my fuel pump goes. I mean, it just give an idea, you know. But now I'm gonna put this one right here, and I'm gonna kick a little bit and see if we can get this loose. I hope my camera ain't going away because it really moves. So I'm gonna do it right here. Yeah, camera is gonna move. So let me see if I can get this thing right here, right there maybe. I hope it ain't going away. Let's try again. Alright guys, so it's almost loose. Okay, it's already loose, and now I'm gonna see if I can hook this with this one. Part number on this one, it should be W83 or 113. That's the part number right there on this one. I'm gonna try to use this one and see if I can pull up the lines. Move my camera a little bit. Right there. Here got one. Now with the second one. Here we go. I'm gonna use this side now. I think that's the one. It's too big. I'm gonna try this one again. See that one work. Yeah, it should work too. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna use this one. And I got the second one out. Now I'm gonna move the lines. Remember, well, we have no way to. I'm gonna lift the hose so you don't drain the fuel, whatever it is on the end. I'm gonna lift it somewhere in there so you don't go. Hope it stays. Okay, we got everything out. I'm gonna lift this right here and I'm gonna pull up the hose. I'm gonna put this right here. All right, guys. So now we have to go in there. It is full of fuel, so I don't know if you can see those clips. Let me move this out of the way because the whole thing is right here on the way. I barely can move this. Okay, if you see those clips, hold on, let's stop that. Let it few stop moving. Jesus, this line is. Okay, so we have to push that clip right there, and the other clip over here, but that clip right there and the other one right there, we have to squeeze them in to pull up the fuel pump. Let me see if I can do it just with the hand like that. And what's going on? Let me see. I can catch the other one right here. Hold on, let me see if I can catch this thing. Okay, I hear the clip on it. Okay, I got it. Let me see if I can pull it. It's coming. Okay, this is the clips what I'm talking about. Okay, so what you gotta do is just push. I'm trying to push this in, both this one right here and this one right here. Both squeeze them in and pull it, but it didn't work. So what I did is I went on the bottom right here and press this out and pull a little bit, and then goes to the other side and do the same thing, and then that's the way it come out. This thing, it's dirty, bro. Like all messed up. Let me get this thing out of the way. Okay, all right, so that's how that looks, that fuel pump, and I think we really don't need to test this thing. It's gone already, so we already put power to it and didn't work. So we're gonna get another one, put them in, and see what's gonna happen. All right guys, so I got the new one. I got the new one over here, so I'm gonna drop it in. And let me move up. Okay, it's going in. And I have to slide my hands in there and squeeze. So let me see if I can record that part right there, because I have to squeeze them in there. Hold up. All right. Let me see where the clips are right here. So I'm gonna bring it down all the way like that, and I'm gonna try to sit it right on where the clips goes. Let me see if I can find it just by hand like that. Okay, right here, this one. So it should go in there. Okay, I'm gonna press in. It should clip. Yeah, it's already in there. Yeah, it's already in there, guys. Okay, so let me put the camera over here so I can record it, that part too. I'm gonna record that part, and I'm gonna put the seal in there. Right on. Let me see right there. Remember when you put it back, you can see the little notch right there. It has to match that one right there. So I thought it was no marks or something, so just make sure they match that one right there. And then it should be another one over here, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it's two notch, so make sure you get those notch match right here. One right here. Let me see the other one. Where is it at? Yes, one right here on this side and the other one right there. Okay, it looks like right there. Yeah, right there and right there. Yeah, right there. You should go right there. It has 2 nuts. That's the ones you have to match. Okay, so let me move this a little bit because I believe this thing is too tight right there. Oh, man, it moves. Make sure that seal don't move because it won't seal right if it moves. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze this in there. Let me see if I can make it. It should goes there. I believe so. I'm gonna start kick. Guys, but I have no room over here. Keep it. Okay. It's tight now. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna hook the blue line. Let me see which one is it. Yeah. I'm gonna hook the blue line over here. I mean, not the blue line. The other line on the side. Right there on. Let me go this one right here. Okay, right there. I'm gonna hook the connector over here. And, okay, it clicks on it. Let me move my, right there. Now we got everything hooked. So I'm gonna go over there before put the tank back on. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna crank it and see if it starts right away. All right, guys, so we can hear it running now, and so that's all for now. I mean, it takes a little while, and I'm gonna show you what I'm like out of breath because I'm right here. Look, I was under there. The truck is just barely lifted right there. It's barely lifted. You know, I put the jug right there, so it's not lifted a lot. It's just a little bit, but it's running now. And we got it, boys. Finally, we got it. And I should put the fuel pump part number right on top of the video. And I hope that helped, guys. And, you know, save you money and time. And I'll see you next time. Hey, remember, don't waste your time.
I never answer to no, man, I still go.